Hey everyone,
Hey.
welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we are going to continue the Jayne Mansfield series and watch Real Success Spoil Rock Hunter.
A classic in the Jayne Mansfield canon because it's one of the few movies she's made that's actually has a plot from the early times when she was at Fox, because you saw with Girl Can't Help It, not a whole lot of plot going on there.
Yeah, I was going to say that this movie actually does have like a storyline, and I was actually following it. Like the other one, I was like,
what is going on? I don't care, I'm on my phone.
but this one, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna pay attention to this.
That, and she actually plays like a full-out character. Like, it's a caricature of a blonde actress, but it's really easy to grasp her, unlike Girl Can't Help It, where she's kind of like a glorified lamb. But like, in this, she plays a glamorous movie star who needs help like drumming up publicity to make her boyfriend jealous.
Yep, so in this one, she obviously, again, looks great. Like, who is her glam team? Was her glam team the same as Marilyn's, since they were working in the same studio?
I don't believe so. I know Marilyn had like a team around her. Like, Marilyn had specific like makeup artists and stuff. A lot of her makeup is done by actually Max Factor. Before he had the makeup company, the man that founded it, Max Factor, did a lot of her looks.
Okay, she better work. I know this movie title says Jayne Mansfield in, but it's honestly more of like the guy storyline. But I feel like that was kind of like normal back in the day.
Yeah, it was kind of common practice where like she was the hot new star, but she's kind of a co-star in this movie. Even that, she's a supporting actress. But it's really Tony Randall's story about how this man falls into the trenches of the publicity machine and becomes famous overnight.
It's really a cute storyline. I mean, this might be a spoiler, but my bad. I'm sorry. This came out in the 50s or 60s, and if you haven't seen it by now, like me, well, I'm sorry. Well, basically, this story is cute. It's a guy who is trying to, like, it's basically marketing. Was it marketing?
Yeah, he works in marketing. He has a makeup campaign with Stay Put lipstick, and they have to come up with a new, like, machine, like a new marketing campaign. Otherwise, they're gonna lose them as a client.
So yeah, so then he gets a great idea of like maybe Jayne Mansfield, because my niece is like a big fan of that's not her real name in the movie.
It's Rita Marlowe.
Rita Marlowe. Oh, this movie is basically about an influencer.
Yeah.
Like, was she an actress in this movie?
She was an actress, and like they were trying to like poke fun at her. Like, also like there's little things they threw in there, like she starred in The Wayward Bus, which was Jayne Mansfield's next movie she was going to make, and like they're naming off all of her movies that she had made previously, like The Girl Can't Help It and stuff.
But then she's trying to get this other guy jealous, who's Mickey Hargitay in the movie. I forgot what his name is in that. I'm surprised he's not even billed here.
He originally wasn't even really a character in the play. Like, it was something Jayne had basically put in there, like, okay, well, if I'm gonna do this, put my husband in too.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so like they want to make a movie together, so she got Mickey a part in the movie as the jungle man. She decides, in order to make her boyfriend jealous, she wants him to do a phone call with her and pretend to date her, and in return, she's gonna do the campaign. And it turns into a big fiasco that blows up in his face, because he also has a woman back home that he's dating, and she does not know how to react to it.
That becomes a big deal. So I basically see this like as an influencer movie, because she's trying to sell a lipstick, what James tries to do on his channel.
And he becomes an influencer just by association. Like, he gets his own little like nickname. If this were Instagram back in the day, he would be Lover Doll on Instagram.
Lover Doll on Instagram, or now TikTok.
Yep.
His YouTube channel will be Lover Doll, and he'll just be making vlogs about everyday life with Rita Marlowe.
Oh yeah, like, here I am, the man of Rita Marlowe, my great life. And like, it was like that too. Like, they had tabloids and everything going, like them skiing together where they were pretending to ski and date.
Oh yeah, and then throughout the movie, something that stuck out to me was then his ex, was it fiance or girlfriend?
It's his girlfriend.
Oh, his ex-girlfriend, because they ended up breaking up.
Yeah.
Sorry, spoiler alert.
She couldn't handle the idea that he was dating someone else publicly, but not really.
So yeah, then she decides like, I'm gonna be more like Rita Marlowe, and starts like working out and doing her squeaks, and even wanted to dye her hair blonde. It was a mess.
It was a mess. And like, she got stuck in the push-up position because I guess she thought if you do push-ups, it would build her chest muscles. But like, he puts her to bed and her arms are stuck like this.
I know, it was funny. And then this movie also takes a lot of shots.
Yeah.
It took a shot at Marilyn. It took a shot at TV productions. I'm like, what's going on?
They had a real beef with TV back then. Like, apparently it was one of those things movies were taking shots at all the time because like it was this new medium and it was fast. Like, it pumped out content faster and in short form. So like, in their eyes, they were more prestigious because they were long, big budget movies.
So YouTubers to TikTok.
Basically, like how people treat TikTok nowadays. Like, there's always a new thing, and like, it was really surprising how many like real disses they were making at television.
And from this movie, I found out that Marilyn actually had her own production company, because they took a little shot at Marilyn and her production company.
Yes, when Jayne Mansfield ran away from Hollywood to New York, she basically said her excuse was she was going to start her own production company, which was something that was in the news about Marilyn at that time.
I'm like, wow, really, really, really insecure girls. I'm just like, but no, yeah, this movie is definitely a watch. Not gonna lie, watching these movies and watching Jayne Mansfield acting, this and The Girl Can't Help It kind of mesh for me. It kind of like, if I watch this back to back, I would think it's like the same movie or from like the same series.
I think a lot of people get tunnel vision when it comes to that because they came out so close to each other. And this was the direct follow-up to The Girl Can't Help It. And she honestly plays a similar character. Like, she has more personality in this one, but she's in it just about the same as The Girl Can't Help It. Like, you wish she was in it more.
The Girl Can't Help It has more iconic looks, in my own opinion.
Mm-hmm.
This one doesn't have like, it still has some nice dresses, but they're not like, wow.
For a movie star, playing a movie star too, you're surprised like they're not more over the top. But it's also like we barely get to see any of her costumes because she's always hidden behind. Like there's always like tables or photographers or something blocking her.
She's a movie star.
Yeah. That's also, she didn't really have a whole lot to do other than just like be a setup for a joke with Tony Randall, like, you know, reacting to Fame. But she never really got a whole lot of line of dialogue or anything. And like even like the scenes she's in for a long time, the outfits aren't that like glamorous or interesting.
The only one to me that stuck out was that nude dress, that nude mermaid dress with the bullet bra. She looked great in that. This movie also reminds me a lot of The Girl Can't Help It because the actor kind of acts almost the same as the other actor in that movie.
You might say he has subtle gay energy.
You know what? He was one of us.
Yeah. I don't know if it's ever been confirmed or if he ever formally came out, but that was always the big rumor surrounding Tony Randall, is that he was a closeted gay guy.
So we're going to say allegedly, just in case his estate tries to come for us. But yeah, then it ends up with Jayne doing the campaign. She starts being the influencer that she is, starts promoting this lipstick, remembers all the names. I'm like, you better work. She's a better influencer than half of us because I don't even remember actors' names. And I'm not even an influencer.
But also, like, one thing they were throwing in there subtly throughout the movie was that she's secretly still in love with a man that broke her heart years ago.
And we think it's the Mickey Carget's character, who's the other movie star. But at the end, spoiler alert again, it turns out to be somebody else.
Yeah, in order to get her off his back, Tony Randall sets her back up with Georgie Schmidlack, who was this comedian played by Groucho Marx, the famous Groucho Marx. And that's our ending bit, our ending joke. It's like, what? That's who she's in love with the whole time?
So basically, Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
I mean, if Kim Kardashian went into acting, I feel like she will align more with Jayne Mansfield than Marilyn.
Yeah, I mean, if they set her up with like some really fun comedic roles, I think it could actually really work.
Mm-hmm.
But like, they don't really do movies like that anymore with actresses where they're kind of like set up to be, you know, the comic punchline. It's not really like something they do anymore. Or like it's big, you know, look at me.
To quote Jennifer Aniston quoting Gia Gunn, where is the glamour?
Where are all the stars?
Girl, times change, you know. Now, influencers or people on social media are becoming their own celebrities. A lot of people now are trying to argue that influencers are not celebrities, but look at the following. If they have a following and they have fans, isn't that a celebrity?
Yeah, and what's cool about this movie is that it will have its time in its thinking because it was basically going with the idea of what would happen if someone became famous overnight. Like, they couldn't fathom that back in the 1950s. And it literally happens now. People get famous overnight from TikTok and YouTube and everything.
So basically, Rockwell Hunter in this movie is an influencer because he's not a TV star in the movie. He's just a marketing agent that became popular because of Jayne Mansfield. And to me, that's the definition of an influencer.
Yeah, and it was the Bow Wow Challenge before the Bow Wow Challenge because he was pretending to be this big wealthy guy and this, like, you know, playboy, but he really wasn't. It was all just an act to make Rita Marlowe seem more important.
And he just wanted to sell lipstick.
It's so, like, also with influencers nowadays, how, like, they always accuse influencers of, like, not really living the lives that they are. It kind of goes with that idea, too, before that was even a thing we, like, noticed people actually did.
He was trying to sell a fantasy of a relationship, and that fantasy paid off for him because he got success on his own, and he got success through selling the lipsticks to the point where he even becomes president of the company.
Yeah, and realized he was miserable because, like, he didn't get it the way he wanted to get it, and he lost his love of his life through lies.
But guess what? He faked it till he made it.
Yep.
He lied, saying that he was president of a marketing company because of Rita Marlowe. That's the lie she brought onto him. And guess what? He ended up becoming president. So fake it till you make it. Become an influencer. That's the moral of the story for me in this movie. Just become an influencer that fakes it till they make it.
Yeah, and you never know. Maybe the president of your company whose job you took, he never wanted to be president anyway, and all he wanted to do was sit around and make pretty flowers.
He's just plant gay.
He was just a plant gay the whole time, but had to run this company because it was, his family's destiny.
But yeah, I wish I could say more about the movie. I don't want to spoil it too much. This is like our first impressions, and for me, this movie was better than The Girl Can't Help It storyline-wise. Aesthetic-wise, for Jayne Mansfield, it was not as good as The Girl Can't Help It, because The Girl Can't Help It had better costuming. She still looked great in this movie. She still did her acting gig. That's the thing, like, when I see Jayne Mansfield, I only see Jayne Mansfield, the character that she portrays in the movies, because even sometimes when she was doing the press, she kept up that character.
Yep.
So it's like, who really was she?
Even watching like the premiere for this movie, we just watched it earlier, where she's in like a long leopard gown. You'd watch her going down the stairs, and she would just suddenly go, like swanning her neck for the cameras.
I don't feel like that many people do that anymore nowadays.
Not a lot of people who are famous really love the press like she loved the press. She had a bar in her house for the press.
Well, guess what? That back then, the press was social media.
Yeah.
So if she wanted to be popular in the press, she had to do what she had to do.
She was not above going out and like talking to paparazzi or anything like that, or even when like the Hollywood vans would pop by, she'd always come out and say hi to people. Like, she was very personal that way.
Now I'm wondering if any Marilyn movies took shots at Jayne.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because they took shots at Marilyn. It wasn't like shots like, oh my god, it was just like a zing.
Not even that. Like, yeah, it was basically the whole archetype that Marilyn like was basically giving out. They're taking shots at that whole idea of that kind of star. But Marilyn, I don't think it ever really happened because Marilyn acted like she didn't know who she was.
That's what you have to do sometimes. If somebody's trying to come for you, you'll be like, I don't know her. Pull a Mariah Carey.
Fully that though. Fully the Mariah Carey answer with J-Lo. She was just like, who's this person? We're at the same studio. I had no idea. I'm just too busy with my life and my child.
Now let me see. Did she even have this dress?
Yeah.
She did?
The money dress, and it's a very brief scene. That's the thing, like all of her great outfits, you barely get to see them.
Oh my god, and Mickey with his leopard Speedo, he better work. But yeah, this scene is basically the setup of the whole movie. Or she's on the phone, but she doesn't have her hair down like that. She has like a little head wrap moment. But this scene is basically what sets up the whole movie, because that's where Rita Marlowe and Rock Hunter meet.
Yeah, it was just by chance, because she was just gonna have her her assistant send up a bellboy to do it, and nothing would have happened after that. But he just by chance walked in at the right moment, which sometimes I guess is how fame is. It's not like that at all.
It's not. But yeah, I hope you like this movie. I'm acting like you watched it, but if you have time, definitely watch this movie. It does have more of a little storyline to it.
I mean, it's beautifully shot. There's some cool outfits, and it's definitely like a good time capsule of what 1950s fantasies about fame were.
It is really wonderfully shot. Like, I wish we could recreate that look with cameras now, with digital cameras, but sometimes you just can't recreate film. You could put filters and all that, but it's not really the same.
It never will come close to it. Like, you gotta have the real thing.
But anyways, that's our video. If you want us to hit any other talking points, just let us know down below. These videos are not like movie reviews. It's mostly like first impressions, because this is the first time I watched this movie, and it's about to be 2023. But yeah, I'm in my little 60s, 50s Hollywood kick. So, can't recommend some movies down below. I am gonna go beyond Jayne Mansfield, but right now that's what I'm watching, because that's what we vibe in.
Yeah.
Alright, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay trifling, and until next time, deuces! Well, yeah, that was a cute movie.
Yeah.
I didn't even see this dress. This money dress.
Yeah, it was literally like on screen for 3 seconds.
Is this money?
Yeah,
it is money.
Money bodysuit.
This is drag. This is her drag look. She's gonna perform that money mix.